Hello everybody. Today we are here with Gillian Hunt. You can call her Gill. She's from Liverpool and is an online strategist for solo entrepreneurs. She helps online business. She does online business for offline people. Her website is gillianhunt.co.com and she has a long career in advertising and business development, and more recently she obtained a degree in psychology and English and PGCE, I'm saying correctly?
Correct.
And that is a qualification to teach. She has also passionate about traveling. She has been in many places in Europe, like Germany, Italy, Spain, Greece, Holland, right? Switzerland, many places, and also in California. So let's know more about Gillian and her online business for offline people. Come with us. Well, Jill, tell us how has been your long trajectory to become a self-employed person and do this type of business.
All right, okay. I spent many years working in a large organisation. It was a PLC. It was the Liverpool Echo, which was part of Trinity Mirror. And this gave me an enormous background into advertising, marketing, how people sell, how small businesses work, because many of the clients were actually small businesses. Eventually I found myself working for myself, and I became a business coach, providing business coaching services through an organisation called Winning Pitch to organisations which needed strategy. And I had a toolkit which I used to help businesses find their strategy to move forward. That was very enjoyable. However, I found that I really liked working with the very tiny micro businesses, and I also had a burning desire to develop my own toolkit. So that was what I set out to do, which was to develop my own toolkit, which I have now, which is called Launchpad, and it's a cycle that I take businesses through, which is a marketing cycle to develop their strategy. So that's in a nutshell my story from employee to self-employed.
Okay, that's interesting. So you help people, when you say offline, you mean the generations that are a little behind of new technologies, right? So it's
Yes.
maybe in the 50s around. So, and you help them with online strategies, social networks, emailing, etc. Can you explain a little bit more?
Yes, that's right, because of course young people, many of them were born with a mobile phone in their hand, and what might take them microseconds to do, somebody who's, let's say, 50 plus will need to think a little bit more about it and might think that it's too late for them to start learning all this internet stuff. Far be that from the case. If you are working in business and you're used to networking, there's nothing better than to have an online presence behind you, an online foundation behind you, which will give you credibility, which will enable you to reach further than your immediate circles. And it's never too late to start to learn how to use the technology which is there to, when I was working for Trinity Mirror, many of the things that we can do today owning our business were virtually impossible, because there were so many gatekeepers, so many barriers. All the barriers have been reduced now because there's so much technology available.
I agree. Thanks to internet and the new technologies, now we can do many things very easily.
Yes, absolutely.
For these people who are starting now, what do you suggest? What would you do differently if you started again?
Right, okay, that is a very interesting question, because the worst thing for me when I started in business was believing in myself. Because I'd worked for Trinity Mirror and also a venture fund company in Liverpool, we had, I would say, weekly, fortnightly coaching in the company, which gave us self-belief. We were continually trained in the latest techniques for sales, business development, all this sort of stuff. And you go out into the world as yourself, and you arrive out of that company full of confidence, and that confidence so quickly evaporates when you realise that there's no big company behind you, only you and what you believe about yourself. The fact is that when you work for a big company, you don't need to believe in yourself, you only need to believe that the company works. And so the biggest thing I would do, which I now recognise, is find somebody, this can be a business coach, a mindset coach, somebody that can show you how to believe in yourself.
Like a coach, mentor, maybe both?
Yeah, could be coach, mentor. I have used coaches, I have used mentors. I have used all of these.
I have heard that advice from many different people, so yes, actually I think it's a good advice. And also it's good to do networking, right?
Yes.
To meet other business entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And how I met Gill, well, I think I met Gill somehow, but she introduced me to the Liverpool Business Forum. And this is an organization that we meet every 2 weeks, and we share our different businesses. We talk about our business in like a minute or so, and then we help to gain contacts to each other. How is it been useful for you, this organization?
Yes, it's been really useful. It's like a base. Because when you work for yourself, you don't necessarily have a base, so it's good to have a group of people that you can meet up with. You know they're always there. You can ask them questions. You can test out your ideas on them. They will give you referrals. It's a really good thing to be part of.
And for your business, do you think it's something that you can do everywhere, or you need to be established somewhere?
Okay, well, my base is here in Liverpool. However, and I have clients in Liverpool. I live in Heswall, I have clients in Heswall as well. However, I am internet based, and that gives me the facility to also have clients in London. I have a client in South Africa. There are not really barriers to talking to somebody over the internet. So actually there are no physical boundaries to my business.
Also, something that you mentioned to me before is that whereas it is possible to do everywhere, but you have to do some network. So maybe you need some time if you move to a new place, right, to build this network. But it is possible to do it. Even if you travel around, you can build a bigger network.
Yes, I totally agree with you on that. The fact that I have clients in London is probably not accidental. I have also networked in London. So very often these things come from personal connections that you make. And I still think in the online world it's still important. I mean, my client in South Africa is through a network that she's connected me through another network where I know people, shall we say. So it is important to build personal connections.
And to travel. So tell us about the places you have been. Is there any one that is the favorite place for you?
Okay, travelling. Yeah, I do like travelling. I'd love to travel more. And I went to California last year, absolutely loved California. I mean, if we talk about internet connections, I have to say that I think the people in California are really leading in a lot of the technology stuff. You know, they do so many podcasts, they've got so much internet radio and blogging, so they really seem to get it on the technology front. I've just come back from Germany. Now that is something entirely different. That where I've been, they have a total love of nature. I was just so enthralled with the way they like to go out and do walks in nature, mountain climbing, cycling, everything. They're so passionate about being outdoors. I absolutely loved it. So if I could combine being outdoors with being on the internet, that would be great.
These two places that you have mentioned, California and Germany, what do you think are the differences in the culture between the British culture and these two places?
That's an interesting question. Somebody said to me recently, well, the Californians, I think the word you might use is gracious, right? Gracious.
Mm-hmm.
So polite about everything, which I really liked. Somebody said to me the Germans are so efficient, and in fact I did notice that. They make everything. We were staying with a family, which was really nice because we got the chance to know them much better, but they made everything look effortless. They used technology, they love their coffee makers and their egg cookers, and they've got a machine for everything, but they make everything look effortless. And they get up early in the morning. They actually work really long hours, and yet you don't feel like they're working long hours because they make it seem so effortless.
There is, yes.
Yeah.
How do you see yourself in the future? Would you like to live somewhere else? Would you like to keep doing this type of business?
Okay. Well, I think this is my home, so I'm planning to stay here. I would like to continue doing this type of business. In particular, I would like to extend my boundaries. It's really good speaking to people in different countries, and to travel maybe to the odd conference would be, we've talked about making personal connections. This is something that I'm interested in now, is exploring. Conferences where I might have an interest, might go and make connections.
Okay, so thank you to you for being listening here to us. Thanks to Gill. Don't forget to visit her website, gillianhunt.com.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And if you are an offline person, you can become an online entrepreneur.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Thank you very much, and see you in another video.
Thank you.